Trials of Mana.
Angela, Princess of Altena.
Soldier from Volsena. The name's Duran.
Kevin, that's me!
In Altena, the kingdom of magicians, the true queen's magic was all that kept the freezing temperatures of the surrounding snowy lands at bay. But as the mana of the world grew weaker, so did her power. Bit by bit, the ice and cold began to encroach on the castle.
Citizens, we all feel the magic draining from the land as mana weakens. For our mighty kingdom of Altena, this is of grave concern. We shall not sit idly while our country crumbles. No, we must open the forbidden portal to the Sanctuary of Mana, and then we can obtain the Sword of Mana.
I thought that was
Sanctuary of Mana.
Be still. Legend says the portal to the Sanctuary of Mana only appears after activating the Mana Stones throughout the world. Obviously, no country would willingly give up a precious Mana Stone, so we expect a certain amount of resistance. We shall muster our strength and take the Mana Stones by force. Our true queen will obtain the Sword of Mana to rule her magic empire.
Long live the true queen! Glory to Altena!
Oh, come on, Jose! Please.
Hush! No need to shout, Your Highness. Honestly, you know, I used to be the sharpest of the great magic users in the Altanish court.
Whoa, hang on. I do not need another trip down your winding memory lane. Just teach me the rest of yesterday's lesson.
I've told you time and time again. You cannot use magic simply by learning the steps. Your magic has not manifested because you rely on form instead of spirit.
Oh, please, not another lecture. Fine, I just won't ask for lessons anymore then. Take that.
Oh, this child.
Look, there's Victor. Hey, Victor! Hey!
Oh, morning, Your Highness. Have you finished your magic lessons already? You know Jose complains to me whenever you skip lessons, right? Please consider my plight next time, Your Highness.
Angela, princess and heir to the throne of Altena. With a heavy burden dogging her steps, Angela grew up fatherless in the shadow of her mother's royal duties. Her childhood was extremely lonely. Instead of affection from her mother, it seemed all she received were scoldings. Though she knew that the queen had important responsibilities that kept the two from playing, that knowledge didn't stop Angela's frustrated tears. Starved for attention, the princess grew into a rebellious youth. She often acted out, playing pranks on members of the court. Though Angela became a renowned beauty, much like her mother, she remained woefully unable to wield the magic power of her bloodline. That lack of talent was never far from her mind.
I am so bored. Why does nothing ever happen around here?
The Crimson Wizard is training the mages harder than ever. I heard some were injured, but I suppose that's one of the dangers of war. I'm not sure, but the Crimson Wizard might be as powerful as Her Majesty the Queen now.
Oh, there you are. Your Highness, the Queen and her advisor have called for you. I will wait for you in the gardens. Now is not the time to dawdle.
Please hurry, Your Highness.
This is urgent. Her Majesty is preparing our troops to invade Valsena across the sea. We must go to her, Your Highness.
Your Majesty, I believe you sent for me?
Angela, allow me to explain. As you know, we must control the Mana Stones to gain access to the sanctuary. That is the reason for our invasion. Legend says if we activate the energy of the Mana Stones in the world, the portal will open. And we don't question legend. We shall begin with the Altenish Mana Stone.
How will you do that?
We will use a forbidden magic spell, outlawed because it takes the life of the enchanter in exchange for that mana energy. However, my associate and I are too important for this sacrifice. If we use your body as a vessel for that cursed magic, your death would act as the catalyst we need to release the Mana Stone's true power.
But Mother!
You've been a useless blight on my lineage for far too long. To think that my daughter could be so weak and powerless. Under these circumstances, sacrificing yourself for the spell is the most fitting end for my heir. Now come, my child.
No!
She's gone.
Where? I'm outside the castle. But why would my mother? I can't return, but I have no idea what to do now. Wasn't there a village to the east? That might be my only option at this point. Actually won, I think. Too cold. I can't take another step. I want to go home. Please, Mother. Please.
good you're awake. My daughter found you in the snowfields. We brought you back to Ulrent. Please rest until you feel well. Cheery, look! Our guest woke up!
Yay! Can I play with her? Huh? Can I?
No, don't bother her. But I'll play with you.
Yay!
I'll go for a walk to boost my mood.
Welcome! Lots of wares to browse. Come again! Welcome! Lots of wares to browse. Come again!
Ma'am, I don't know what to do. Please, give me guidance.
Sometimes people lose any last spark of hope and fall into the deepest despair. When that happens, you must go to Holy City Wendell and seek advice from His Eminence, the Priest of Light.
The Priest of Light?
To find your way through the darkness of despair, you will need a guiding light. Go to Wendell, child. That is your fate.
Huh? Come on! This fraud told me the same thing.
go to Wendell or whatever. All I asked was whether my next child was going to be a boy or a girl.
Holy City, Wendell, huh? I don't know what awaits me there, but I guess it's bound to be better than getting caught here in my own kingdom. I'll go. I mean, nothing could possibly be worse than staying cooped up in the castle. And if I learn how to handle my magic, maybe my mother will welcome me back. There's a chance, at least.
Heart heavy with the Queen's rejection, Angela left Altena as a wanted criminal with a price on her head.
To Ferolia. Don't resist, and we may spare you.
Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor until who knows when.
Oh, come on! Now how am I supposed to get to Wendell? I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't like the look of these beastmen at all.
What kind of weapon shop doesn't sell weapons? If this is a joke, I ain't laughing. Come on, these beast guys are itching for a fight! Not sure if I can beat them all on my own, even if I had more weapons. A headache.
beastmen of Ferolia look like humans during the day, but at night, they transform into animals. Don't leave the house after dark. You hear? Hey, if you're trying to leave the city, night is actually best. Once the beastmen transform, they lose their better judgment. The whole lot of them tend to get together and brawl amongst themselves until dawn. It's easier to sneak out of the city then. Good luck.
If it's easier to sneak around at night, I'll just go to the inn and rest until then. I am not about to risk my complexion by staying up all night.
Welcome. Come again. Well, lots of wares to browse.
I'll make use of this.
Come again.
Put up a barrier. I never learned how to dispel this. I need to find someone who can break the spell.
Saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too.
What's that? A light? What? That weird light was definitely magical. Maybe if I follow it, I'll find the mage who cast it. Are you hurt?
I'm all right. Oh, who are you?
I'm Angela, a magician from Altena. I saw the light from Astoria's Inn.
I see. I have no other option. So I suppose you'll do. Hold on.
What?
Oh, never mind. I'll tell you later. please. I need you to take me to the Priest of Light in Wendell. I can't fly any further on my own.
That is where I'm headed, so I don't mind taking you with me. But there's a barrier around the cavern. I think we're stuck here for now.
I can get us through the barrier. But we need to hurry. Something has happened to the Sanctuary of Mana.
The Sanctuary of Mana? Wait. That came from Astoria. What happened? I need to go back.
Oh, we need to get going. Let me rest inside you for a bit. You won't see me, but don't worry, I'm still here.
Whoa, wait! What?
Don't delay. We must see to Astoria.
Ah! Her voice is in my head?
Hurry!
Fine.
So, why are you heading to Wendell?
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm looking for answers.
Oh, I see you haven't had an easy time yourself.
What happened? Where is everyone?
This looks like the work of Beastmen.
How terrible.
There is no time to waste. We have to get to the Priest of Light as soon as possible. Wendell is in danger.
on my way to Wendell, but there's something blocking off Cascade Cavern.
Oh, well, actually...
Huh? You've got a ferry that can help? Oh, that's what the light over the forest was. Sounds like things are getting interesting around here. So, what's your business in Wendell? Oh, I see. Sounds like you had her rough. Me? Oh, I'm Duran, a soldier from Bolsena.
Duran, hey, you're up. Pull yourself together.
Commence the final match for the Sword Mastery Tournament Youth Division. Combatants, forward!
I'll break you like a dry noodle.
Give it a try. I dare you.
Begin!
About time I took you down a peg, Bruiser. Take this! Here goes! Take this! Almost done. I can do this.
I forfeit! I forfeit!
Hold your weapons! We have our new champion, Duran! You've come far in your training, lad.
Duran, soldier from Bolsena, kingdom of the plains. His father Loki, the Golden Knight and friend to the hero king Richard, went missing when the young soldier was but a child. His mother succumbed to sickness and grief, leaving him and his younger sister Wendy to their Aunt Stella. Like his father before him, the boy could not deny the pull of the blade. From a young age, he outshone all other swordsmen, and eventually came to be in service to the king himself.
Man, I'm beat.
Hang in there. The next shift is on its way. I'll do one more round in the meantime.
Papa, where are you going?
Off to slay some dragons. The fearsome beast known as the Dragon Lord is the strongest of its kind. But don't worry. His Highness and I won't lose. Now, take care of your mother and sister while I'm gone. Understood, son?
I will. Bye-bye.
Madam, your husband, Loki, he took a blow meant for me, causing both him and the Dragon Lord to fall into the depths of an abyss. My men and I searched the area for a week, but to no avail. We could not find Loki.
I see. He fulfilled his duties as the Golden Knight until the very end. I'm sure that's what he would have wanted.
Simone, my lady!
Oh, Stella. How could you let your illness go untreated for so long, Simone? If Loki knew I was ill, he would have neglected his duties for my sake. I just couldn't hold him back like that. You're both such fools. Stella, my children, do not fret, Simone. I will take care of them as if they were my own. You have my thanks. Simone?
Shouldn't be sleeping on the job. Come on, don't give in! What happened here? Huh? What's that?
you? You are sharper than you look.
What's so funny?
The fact that you are considered the best fighter in this miserable castle. I think it's time I show you how powerless you really are.
No more talking!
What senile old fool would entrust the security of the castle to a child? Oh, my apologies. You work for the king, do you not?
What? Don't you dare insult His Majesty!
Now the finishing blow!
Someone infiltrated the castle! Find them!
Huh. Seems you'll live another day. No matter. If all the king can boast is soldiers of your caliber, we can take this kingdom anytime we choose.
Stop!
Last night, an unknown wizard managed to penetrate our defenses. The soldiers on duty were no match for him. Duran was the only survivor.
Witnesses say the man was wearing a red cloak. It has to be that Altanish cur, the Crimson Wizard.
You mean Altana sent a spy? No honor among the lot of them. We should mount a full-scale attack on their forces before they sneak in again. Who's with me?
Right! Hold! There is no definitive proof that Altana sent the intruder, nor would they have reason to attack our kingdom in the first place. We cannot act rashly. Whoever attacked last night got past our defenses and some of our best soldiers. If we act hastily, we could fall into our enemy's trap. First, we must strengthen the castle's defenses and increase the guard. Then we shall send our own spies into Altanish territory.
Yes, sir.
But why would the true queen of Altena attack Valsena of all places?
Curse it all.
Hey! Your wounds haven't healed yet. You should be in bed, silly.
Red, whatever, just... Just let him...
Are you listening to me? Stop whining and listen! I hate you!
Wendy! Wait. Whining, huh? A walk around town might clear my head some.
Welcome, young man. This shop is for reading fortunes. Your pinched face tells me you have a lot on your mind, son.
My what?
People's lives are 99% destiny, but the rest of your future is always shaped by your will. It is up to you to decide. We call that final 1% hope. Come now. Anyone can see you bear a great burden. Let this old bird set you on the right path.
Fortunes? Why would I trust my fate to something like that? All I believe in is strength. But I'll listen to what you have to say if you tell me how to become more powerful.
Manners, you oaf! No need for rudeness. To become more powerful, you must head to Holy City Wendell. The Priest of Light can teach you how to switch your class.
My class?
Son, you listen and you listen good. Even a clueless fighter like yourself can eventually change to a better class. Now get out of my shop!
Switching classes, huh? It means I can defeat that crimson jerk. He'll do anything. Well, better head to Wendell, see what all this fuss is about. That lousy, conniving, murderous Crimson Wizard is dead meat. I won't let him get away. Not again. I won't come back until he's finished. I won't. Sorry, Wendy. Aunt Stella. I really am.
Wait!
Aunt Stella.
Here. I know, you already have a bronze sword, but take this instead.
Is this?
This is the sword your father used when he was a young man. Back in the day, he even won the tournament with it, against the young king himself.
Oh.
Now be off. I'll explain the situation to Wendy, don't worry. Be sure to stop by the castle to see the king before you leave. He's waiting to hear from you.
How does he know?
Don't be silly. He knew your father. Of course, the son of Loki would want to travel the world. I, too, knew this day would come. I've raised you as if you were my own son, after all.
Thanks, Aunt Stella. I'll be back. I promise.
I see you're planning a journey, Duran.
Your Majesty! Forgive me. It was my weakness that allowed the enemy to escape so easily. I wish to atone for my mistakes. I cannot forgive the wizard for what he did. For the first time in my life, I was utterly powerless. He not only defeated me, he insulted you, my king! He must pay for this. I do not plan to return home until he has answered for these crimes. I cannot.
Acknowledged. You have my blessing on your journey.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
His resolve is truly admirable. I'd feared that perhaps he was raised too proud, but I see that he is just like his father at that age.
Just you wait, Crimson Wizard. I ain't gonna stop until I'm more than powerful enough to take you down. You won't get away with this. I will defeat you.
Duran, bested by the Crimson Wizard, nearly lost confidence in his skills. He set out for Holy City Wendel to gain the strength to overcome his failings.
Wow, that sounds terrible. This wizard of yours wouldn't happen to be the Crimson Wizard, would he?
Wait, you know him?
Duh. I mean, he's part of the Altanish court, and I'm the heir to the throne. But don't get me wrong. I don't have anything to do with him. He's the jerk who drove me out of the kingdom, after all.
Oh! Sorry. I didn't realize. Then, what's up with that wizard anyway? I mean, who is he?
It's complicated. Years back, he couldn't use magic either, like me. Our teacher, Jose, was at his wit's end. But then suddenly, he was able to wield incredible power. Now, the Crimson Wizard acts as the Queen's chief advisor. And to top it off, he doesn't even call me by my royal title. Can you believe that? Ooh, it makes me so mad.
An incredibly powerful wizard, huh? Well, I'm gonna be the best swordsman in Valsena. He won't stand a chance. In any case, I'm on my way to Wendel too, so guess that makes us travel companions, huh? Come on.
Don't keep me waiting! me a moment. I'll get rid of the barrier. There. You should be fine now.
I'm impressed that you managed to travel this far by yourself.
I'm a soldier from Voltaina myself. Don't want to brag, but I'm pretty good with a sword. The monsters around here aren't so tough.
That's encouraging. Let's head to Wendell. So, I can take a break and leave the fighting to you, right? Strength is flowing through me. It's magical.
If we fight together. Barely broke a sweat. Fight together.
You wish. We should get going.
Out of my way before I break you! Barely broke a sweat. All right, I'll clear your way. Leave it to me.
was a goner, but you saved me! I'm Charlotte. I'm a famous beauty from Wendell.
Hey! What are you doing all alone in a dangerous place like this?
I grew up with no parents, but there was one priest in Wendell that was always nice to me. Heath was kind and helpful. He took care of me. My grandpa asked Heath to go to Astoria to look into something for the temple. But I got a really, really bad feeling about it. I didn't want anything to happen to Heath. So I followed him in secret and didn't tell Grandpa when I left the temple that night. By a horrible twist of fate, a creepy-looking man took Heath away right when I finally found him again. And then I couldn't even get back to Wendell because of the barrier until you opened a path through the cavern for me. I got a little lost on the way and fell down. If you hadn't been there, it would have been good night, Charlotte. That was close.
Oh, stop crying. I'll take you with me, okay? First fairy, now this little girl. Give me a break. Well, I'm on my way to Wendell to see the Priest of Light anyway. You might as well tag along. Come on.
Oh, you want to see Grandpa? Why didn't you say so? You didn't know it, but you helped your chances. I'm actually the granddaughter of the Priest of Light. But, you know, Wendell isn't far from here. You might need my help getting there, but I don't need your help getting home. Take care that you don't get lost. Bye-bye!
Well, I guess that's the thanks I get for inviting her along. For now. Priest of Light is in this city, right? I wonder what he's like.
Thank you so much for taking me here. Hurry! We need to request an audience with his eminence.
Well, lots of wares to browse.
Looks good.
Come again.
Please, accept the Goddess of Mana's blessings.
So, you're the Priest of Light, hmm? You're plainer than I expected. I was hoping you might have some wisdom to share.
Whoa,
You're the Priest of Light, right? Tell me how to change my class. I need to be stronger now. Please.
Impossible. There is no way you could switch classes right now. You lack the experience necessary for such a feat.
What? But
You must have at least heard tell of the Mana Stones, correct? First, you must gain enough experience through battle, then call upon a Mana Stone's power to switch to another class.
Who's got time for that? Your Eminence, if I don't get stronger, I can't give that crimson jerk what's coming to him!
Wait! I have something to say. Your Eminence, please listen. I have come from the Sanctuary of Mana to tell you that the Mana Tree is withering. Mana power grows weaker by the day.
Withering? But without the Mana Tree, the seals on the Mana Stones will break. The Benevodons will be released into the world.
Huh? is that?
You're acting like this doesn't affect you. You've been chosen by Fairy. This means that you alone can retrieve the Sword of Mana from the Sanctuary.
What? There's no way. What does this mean, Fairy?
I'm sorry. With the mana in the world so depleted, a fairy can't leave the sanctuary for long without a host. If I hadn't found you, I wouldn't have made it.
Well, that's good for you, but what about me? I've had enough of this hosting business. Go haunt the old geezer instead.
Would that I were able to bear your burdens. However, once a fairy finds a host, they are bound to them for their whole life. Only death can part them.
What? Sorry, but no way am I getting mixed up in this. I don't need any Sword of Mana.
The true Queen of Altena wants the Sword of Mana, doesn't she? This is your chance to get it first, and to prove to her that you are strong in your own right.
Hey! Stop digging around in my thoughts without permission, Fairy. I can't believe this. What is this Sword of Mana anyway?
The Sword of Mana is the embodiment of the ancient power of Mana, guiding force of spirits. It is an alternate form of the Golden Wand used to create the world itself. The one who holds the Mana Sword gains awesome power. The sword lies in the roots of the Mana Tree, waiting. Before the Mana Tree withers completely, you must reclaim the sword and awaken the Goddess of Mana once more. She alone can bring peace to the realm and grant your wish.
My mother wants that sword. If I manage to get it first, she'll finally acknowledge my abilities. Okay then, where can I find the Sanctuary of Mana?
I am so sorry, but with mana so depleted, I don't have enough power to open the portal to the sanctuary. Not by myself.
Throughout the world are 8 points of mana energy, mana stones, sealing away the fearsome Benevodons. If you activate the mana stones, the portal connecting our world to the Sanctuary of Mana should appear. Through that portal is the Sanctuary. However, you should know that the energy inside the 8 mana stones was sealed on purpose as the Mana Goddess began her slumber.
What should I do?
In ages past, there once was an ancient spell used to control the energy from the Mana Stones and bend it to the user's will. However, countries refused to allow each other any control of the spell and use of the Mana Stones. The war that followed caused unspeakable damage. It was nearly as destructive as the sealed Benevodons. The survivors cursed the magic to avoid future tragedy and forbade anyone from using it. Now the life of any person who uses the spell will be forfeit. There is no longer anyone alive who knows how to work this cursed spell.
There may be one way. If we borrow the powers of the elemental spirits that reside near the Mana Stones instead, I can combine their powers with what remains of mine to open the portal for everyone.
Splendid! This is a relief. If you wish to find a Mana Stone, I've heard many say that the Lightstone is in Cascade Cavern, guarded by the elemental Lumina. It is the cavern you pass through in order to reach here. Take Fairy. With what remains of her power, she can help you find Lumina in the cavern. See if you may borrow his light powers.
Okay, answer me straight, Fairy. If I go along with you for this journey, will the Mana Goddess grant my wish?
Certainly. You can become the world's strongest swordsman. Let's do this.
All right. Then I'm in.
What you were talking to Grandpa about. You are no simple adventurer. Since you have a quest of your own, I have a favor to ask. I gotta find Heath, and I need your help.
No, thank you. I'm not gonna drag a little kid along on such a long journey. Just leave this Heath to us, okay? Now go home.
Come on! I'm just worried about Heath. Please, I really can't come with you. Oh, fine. You are so stubborn and mean. You meanie.
Before I break you!
Cut! You must have taken out all the enemies nearby.
This'll be faster if we fight together!
Oh, good. We don't have to be on guard for now.
Lumina is in there.
I don't have time for this! You wish. You wish.
Next!
You wish.
Spirit. Let's take it out before it does more damage.
How's that?
Crosscut! That's what I'm really made of.
Talking about? How do we even get over there?
Oh, right. I forgot you can't fly. I think I can use the residual mana power in the waterfall to get you over there. Let's give it a try. We did it!
I feel like I could defeat any enemy. Fine then, here I go. How's that?
Feel stronger.
Faster if we fight together.
How's that?
Take this!
Too frozen. Darken this cave.
Let's take it out before it does more damage.
Right.
Let's focus on finding Lumina.
Of course. I need to learn how to use magic no matter what. Fine then. Here I
Take this!
Of course we won. No struggle. I know what to do. All right. You'll regret this. Double slash. light elemental would look so evil.
No, this isn't the elemental we're looking for. It's a giant monster. So why do I feel mana power coming off of it?
How can a monster have mana power?
Well, I guess we'll have plenty of time to figure this out once we defeat it.
Are you challenging me?
We're just about done here. Time for the finishing blow.
Now it's...
What is that?
Heyo! Looking for Lumina? That'd be me. Nice to meet ya! A pleasure. And thanks for releasing me from the belly of that Full Metal Mimi, am I right? Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't come. Fairy filled me in on your plight while you were fighting. Telepathy's great, huh? Just like Fairy, we elementals need mana to live. I'll help however I can to make sure we save the mana of the world.
Lumina, where is the light stone?
It's straight up from here, deep within the old ruins. But you can't exactly get there from here. Oh, no. It's safe, though. For now, at least. It's so unstable. It seems like the Benebodon could be unsealed at any minute. We gotta get the rest of the elementals on board and open the portal to the sanctuary!
Huh? Would you look at that? I think we found a shortcut.
all on my own?
Careful! It's the enemy! How's that? You win!
Aw, it's just getting started. Alright, clear your way.
Oh, good. We don't have to be on guard for now.
Thanks for taking down the cavern barrier. Saved us some trouble. Now, nothing's stopping us from invading Wendell. This is a present to show our appreciation.
No!
Let's get going.
Oh, what do I do?
tree continues to wither. A hero must be found to take the Sword of Mana and awaken our goddess. Then, let us ask the Priest of Light for guidance. We must not delay any longer. Let's go! I cannot continue. What do you mean? We're so close! We can do this! I can't make it to the other realm with my powers. I leave the rest of it to you. Please, hurry. Oh, we cannot continue either. Please go on without us. Find our hero and save the Mana Tree.
Wait, where? Of all the nerve!
Let me out of here immediately!
Shh! Quiet!
Huh? Where is this? What happened to us?
Kevin, that's me. This is Jad. The prisons. Beastmen grabbed you all at the waterfall. Took you to these cells to keep you out of their way when you woke up. Wait. I can get us out. Don't worry. I know what to do. Leave the guard to me.
Quit your yakking! Keep quiet!
Ferretti, you okay?
I'm sorry, Kevin, but I can't let you out. Ludger's orders, you know?
Throwing the future king of Ferolia in prison, King finds out.
Hey, wait a minute. I had orders. Fine. Ludger's been acting kind of weird lately. I mean, it's probably all a big misunderstanding anyway, right? You can leave. Just be sure to put in a good word with the king, okay? Huh? Wait! No! You tricked me!
Sorry, Ferretti. Open now. Come out. Okay. Hurry to docks. There should be a boat. Let's leave the town. Beastmen are attacking Wendell, so fewer soldiers. We can catch the boat before it sets sail. Heard the townsfolk talk about it before I got caught. Hurry! Pray at the statue to heal. Looks like you need it. Go! Quick!
moving.
Menace! Defeat it quickly and move!
Get going! Fine then, here I go! How's that?
Hurry, let's move!
Stop! Are you challenging me?
One down!
Just getting started.
Wrong against the enemy! Get going!
aboard, quick! We're setting sail. All aboard!
We've wasted too much time. We have to get to Maya and find the rest of the elementals.
Huh? Whoa. What?
Oh, don't mind her. This is Fairy from the Sanctuary of Mana. She's pretty useless right now. Her mana power is basically gone, so we can't get back into the sanctuary until we find all the mana stones and their elementals.
Huh? Oh! Priest of Light mentioned you. I traveled to ask him for help. I heard about a person chosen by Fairy. You.
Hey, you gotta have a reason to make this journey too, right?
Yeah. Started with Carl.
Persecuted by humankind, beastmen were forced to live a life of seclusion in the dark woods of Duskmoon Forest. Only one managed to stand up against the oppression. He became king. Under his rule, the beastmen banded together and created the kingdom of Ferolia. There, he and his kin waited for a chance to get revenge on the humans who drove them into hiding.
Well, it isn't his furry majesty himself. How do you do this fine night? Finally! The time is upon us, sire! With the coming shift and the world's mana power, now's the perfect opportunity. For what? For us! All to get back at those nasty humans!
Do I know you?
Oh, how silly of me! They call me Gormand, Death Devourer. Our goals are the same, for I hate humankind as much as you do. May I offer you some unsolicited help?
Outsiders and help are unwelcome. Be gone!
No, wait. I'll leave, but if you change your mind, my dark spells are always at your service.
Wait. I'll give you one chance.
Oh, I shan't waste it. Now then, tell me what you would have me do, and consider it done, Your Majesty.
Kevin was the one and only son of Ferolia's king. The young boy's human mother had long since abandoned her half-blood child, leaving him to be raised in the forest by the Beastmen. Due to his Spartan upbringing, Kevin never connected with others. He was raised as his father's successor and trained to fight from infancy, leaving little time for friendships. One night, the young prince came across a slain mother wolf and her living pup, Carl. Finding a true friend in the affectionate wolf, the boy's frozen heart began to thaw.
Hey, sleep good? Huh? Carl? What was that yip, Carl? Tiny, but still a wolf. Don't bark like a dog. Here, howl. Like this. We're alike. You and me. A little wolf who acts like a dog. A beast man with human blood in my veins. And neither of us have a mom. Don't worry, Carl. Got you. And I'll protect you, since your mom can't now. Carl, what's wrong? No, Carl. Can't fight you. Won't fight you. Stop! What are you doing? Carl! Stop! Body's moving on its own. No! 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 Carl! Carl! How did this happen?
Unable to resist his beastman instincts, the boy transformed and attacked his only friend. Kevin made a grave by the flower patch they'd often visited. Racked with guilt, there he wept for his lost friend.
So sorry, Carl. I'm sorry.
Afterwards, Kevin didn't know how long he wandered the forest. Eventually, however, he made it back to the palace. But nothing was the same.
Carl couldn't protect my friend. I couldn't stop myself. Beastman blood awakened. But why did I transform? Why now? King might know something.
of the king. The Beastmen forces are hereby sent out to take over human settlements. Our first target is the holy city, Wendell.
Yes, sir!
Now's our chance to pay back the humans for what they've done. Once we take their precious holy city, we'll have already dealt a serious blow to those weaklings. They'll be shaking in their boots. Yeah! Listen up, Kevin. We'll be taking Jad, then it's straight to Wendell. You hear that, Princeling? Your old man picked me to lead the Beastmen to victory. He trusts me with his invasion plan, not you. How does it feel to be a waste of space, huh?
I hear something through the wall. I know that voice.
Well done, Cormand.
It's an honor to fulfill the wishes of the king. Tell me, were you impressed by my dark magic then?
Corrupting the will of a tiny pup to attack my son is child's play. No matter. It induced Kevin's transformation as planned. With no more attachments to keep him from training, my son will become a weapon. I have no more need of you. Leave.
Wait, what? Be reasonable, Your Majesty.
You beast!
Egads! Just
stop right there, coward!
Yes. Use that hatred I see in your eye. Bend it to your will, and let it fuel your Beastman power. Never lose it.
Shut up!
Foolish boy. Know your place! You called yourself Death Devourer, did you not?
Oh, yes indeed, Your Majesty.
I leave my son to you.
Understood, sire. Oh, spare me! I was merely following His Majesty, the King of Ferolia's orders. Wait. I've come to you with an offer. Wouldn't you like to know how to bring your little Carl back to life?
Huh?
Shh, listen. Ferolian forces are on their way to Wendell as we speak. You need to find the Priest of Light who lives there. Why? Because he knows how to bring back the dead.
You lie!
Oh, now does this look like the face of a liar? You cannot wait! Ludger's guards have already left. If you dally, they may do away with the priest before you arrive.
Where's Wendell? Where?
It's this way, Your Highness. Now, you must make for Mintus. It's just outside the Dusk Moon Forest. And from there, you can cross the sea to the city of Jad. Wendell is quite close to that location. So don't dawdle, or Ludger will have complete control of Wendell before you even arrive. Understand? Try to stay out of his sight. Okay? In fact, I shouldn't be seen here with you either. I'll take my leave. Goodbye and good luck, young prince.
Carl. Wait for me. Priest of Light and Wendell will tell me how to bring you back. Still my best friend. Carl. That coward is no father. He must be the reason Mom left me behind. Is she alive? I want to see her.
Kevin burned with hatred for his father and shame for the feral blood in his veins that made him deliver the final misguided blow to his only friend. As the Ferolian troops left the castle, the young prince was hot on their heels. He had to get to Wendell and ask the Priest of Light to bring Carl back to life.
Fairy, I go with you. My wish is granted.
Of course. Come with us, and I'm sure the Goddess of Mana will find a way to bring Carl back. Once she reawakens.
All right. I'm in.
That we're out of that prison and all, but now what do?
Why don't you ask around town for ideas?
Fine. I guess we have to. I don't know about you, but what I want to do is take a nap.
Yes, hello? I am Bon Voyage, and you are? Oh, never mind. It hardly matters. You simply must see my invention. Wait for me in the backyard. Want to know what this is, right? Right? Just wait. There's only one easy way to Bolsena from Maya, and that's the bridge. It's down the treacherous Golden Road, and it's full of monsters. Hardly an effective or safe travel route. However... Behold! With my new deluxe super cannon, you can reach it in one blast! It's the latest model, and I'm almost done! So... what do you think?
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Use this.
Come again. Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
Oh, good choice.
This is good quality. Looks good.
Oh, good choice.
I love shopping.
Nice.
Oh, good choice.
We'll use this.
Come again.
all escaped Jad, but I heard rumors before we left that the Priest of Light risked his life to put a barrier around Wendell to repel the Beastmen. It made His Eminence fall so dangerously ill, he collapsed. They say a young priest named Heath is the only one in Wendell who can cure the deadly sickness. But no one knows where he is. This could be bad.
I wouldn't go back to Volsena until I defeated that Crimson Wizard. Now I gotta go back without even changing my class.
My way before I break you!
You win! Alright! One down!
It's magical!
celebrate. Let's get moving.
This will be faster if we fight together.
Next! All right! You win!
I can't get enough of this power.
Fine then, here I go! You win! I know what to do. All right. You wish.
That's what I'm really made of.
Dangerous!
No time to celebrate. Let's get moving.
This will be faster if we fight together.
You wish.
Feel strength!
All right, clear your way. Leave it to me.
All right.
Next! Run!
How's that?
Good training!
sweat.
Trials of Mana.